Alright, I'm doing my presentation on companionship as service work. I served at Accent Care Hospice as a companion volunteer, and Accent Care offers at-home services or in-facility care. I completed 16 hours of training alone, which involved grief and loss training, trauma-informed care, boundaries and confidentiality, so much more, as well as a drug test and background check. And a mask fitting and a physical and all of that. It was a lot of training. My personal accomplishments are that I showed up consistently, I built trust with patients and families, and I held space during painful, tender moments. I provided presence and emotional support to patients nearing the end of life for the rest of my hours after the 16 hours of training. Social issues. There is a large issue with end-of-life care and dignity. Many terminally ill individuals lack emotional support. Social isolation and fear often go under-addressed. This matters because nobody should die alone. Presence and peace matter as much as medical care. A lot of hospice is not to provide a cure, but instead to relieve pain and just make it a peaceful death. What I think you should know is that hospice does not mean giving up. It is about ensuring quality of life for one's final chapter. Accent Care prioritizes dignity, comfort, emotional presence, and a lot more. The emotional labor is incredibly real, but so is the deep connection and meaning. Every single patient in hospice has a large team, and this includes like music therapy, art therapy, physical checkups, medication, volunteers. It is a lot of work for each patient, and there are hundreds of patients, so it is really taxing emotionally and physically on the workers along with the family members. The impact that I made is presence as a form of care. I helped ease loneliness and fear. I supported family members through hard moments. And some of my favorite memories is that she used to perform in musicals in college, and her favorite role was playing in The Sound of Music. And during her hallucinations, listening to The Sound of Music specifically kind of brings her back down to reality. And we played it and we sang it together, and it was just a really cute moment. She also fell asleep on my shoulder at one point, which I thought was really cute. And she asked me if her nurse was telling her the truth about where she lived, because she didn't know that she was in her home at the time. This felt to me as though she trusted me, and I mean, it felt really nice, and I was really glad that I could build that relationship with her. I have learned a lot about myself through this. One being growth through grief. I can now hold space for pain without feeling like I need to fix it. It's still something I'm working on, but it's grown a lot. I am more resilient and grounded than I had ever thought it was, and I can use my boundaries, and they are very crucial. A small example is one of the patient's husbands asked me to stay longer, and I couldn't, mentally or physically. The influence on my future career, it reaffirmed my desire to work in trauma-informed social work, especially working with the families. It taught me to slow down, listen deeply, and be truly present. While I don't plan to work in hospice long-term, I definitely will be continuing to volunteer. It was just a wonderful experience, and the skills I'm learning will carry into trauma work. Something else that I wanted to say is that it is one of the biggest honors to be in somebody's presence at the end of their life. It is a beautiful and heart-wrenching moment, and it truly is just an honor for the families to trust you, for the patient to trust you, the staff to trust you. It's a vulnerable time, and so it means a lot. And thank you to everybody for listening, and I'm very grateful to all of you as well as to our professor. If you are ever curious about hospice care or volunteering, feel free to reach out. There are so many opportunities within hospice, being a social worker, a volunteer, anything. They need a lot of support, and they need your time. So if you are ever considering it, please reach out to me. It's a wonderful experience. This work truly changed me. I am walking away, feeling more grounded, more compassionate, and more committed to this field. Again, it is wonderful, and I am so blessed that I was able to do this. So, yeah. I'm trying to end it. Okay, thank you.